Hi, and welcome to my kitchen. It's not a fancy kitchen, but you don't need a fancy kitchen in order to make great tasting food. In a vegan kitchen or a raw vegan kitchen, you'll need to have a substitute for milk, dairy milk. And today we're going to be making almond milk. And this particular almond milk is a raw almond milk, so it would work for a cooked vegan diet or a raw vegan diet. Now, of course, you can buy nut milks and seed milks. You can buy soy milk and rice milk and almond milk and coconut milk and all types of other kinds of milk. But most of those are going to be pasteurized, and they're going to be kind of expensive, and who knows what other chemicals that there might be in there for preservatives and things like that. So we're going to make some milk today that you know is fresh because you've just made it yourself. And really, the only two ingredients that you need are almonds and water. Now, to make raw almond milk, you want to make sure to get unpasteurized almonds, and you'll have to go to your health food store, or sometimes from wholesalers, or you can order them online. Now, if you like sweetened or flavored almond milk, you can also use dates or date sugar, and you can add vanilla flavoring with either a piece of a vanilla bean or some vanilla powder or some vanilla extract. But I usually just make it straight almond milk without the sweetener, and if I'm going to use something, make something that's sweet, such as a hot chocolate or something like that, I'll add the sweetener at that point. So for today, we're going to take these away. We're not going to use those. So the best thing to do is to soak your almonds for overnight or 4 or 5 hours before you make almond milk. But even if you don't remember to do that, or you need some almond milk right away and you haven't had a chance to do that, you can use just plain dried almond milk, and it will work just fine. I've done it both ways. And so I have a cup of almonds here, though, that I have soaked, and honestly, I didn't soak them overnight. They've only been soaking for a couple of hours, but they'll work. So first I'm going to drain and rinse them. So I have drained and rinsed my almonds, and I'm going to add them to my blender. Now I use a BlendTec high-speed blender. A high-speed blender is one tool that you will want to get into your kitchen as soon as you can afford it. Now, if you don't have a high-speed blender, you can use your regular blender, but I'm going to tell you as a raw foodist that chances are you're going to blow that blender out before too very long. So it's well worth your investment to get either a BlendTec or a Vitamix. And you can get BlendTecs refurbished online, and I'll have a link to where you can get a BlendTec below this video. But many people use a Vitamix and love it. I happen to prefer the BlendTec because it's much more automatic, and I mean, I don't know, they have a really good warranty. So either one, you will do fine. So I have I've put 4 cups of water in here, and I have my 1 cup of soaked almonds, which go in there. So now we just put the lid on. Make sure it's down tight. And we're trying to learn Swahili, so we have all kinds of Swahili words in our kitchen. Maembe is mangoes, parachichi is avocados, pia is pear, and nanasi is pineapple. Ndizi, that's bananas. Anyway, we're going to turn this on, and I'm going to just push the smoothie button. Now we'll need to strain the almond pulp from out of the almond milk. Now the best thing to use is a nut milk bag, but you don't have to have one of those. This is one of those coffee filters that's reusable, and I often use this. And I usually put it just into a jar. You could use a pitcher, but you want something that you can close up when you're done. And sometimes I'll use the sieve first, the strainer first, to get the biggest part of the pulp out, and that can make the whole process go a lot faster. And I think I'll do that today. And I'll just pour it right back into this pitcher. So, and you can see there's the milk, and you can see the pulp is in here inside the milk. Well, I'll just pour that through the strainer. Sometimes I'll use the funnel to hold the nut milk bag, put the nut milk bag over that. In fact, I'll do that right now while I'm waiting for the rest of this to strain out. Get rid of this. There's a little bit more in there. So you can see already how much pulp was left in the liquid and how we've gotten a good deal of that out. But there's still more in here. So we'll use the nut milk bag to get the rest of it out. You could also use a cheesecloth. I've seen people who use like a mesh grocery produce bag, a reusable produce bag or something like that. One of the things I always say is that you need to experiment in your kitchen. That's how you're going to figure out what works best for you. Just try different things. And we'll pour what we have left here through the nut milk. Now, you can skip that first step and just go straight to the nut milk bag. I just really did that so that you could see how much would still be left in the nut milk bag after that. It also does make this step of the process a lot quicker. Now the almond pulp, you can just throw it away, put it in your compost pile, or you can save it. There are recipes, particularly if you're eating raw food, living food, there are recipes that you can use the pulp for. Or you can dehydrate it, dry it out, and use it like almond flour. So there, you see I did get most of it out with the strainer. There's still a little bit in here. And by making sure you get all of that out, it makes, your milk will be nice and creamy and not gritty. So there, now we have our almond milk. Now, this jar doesn't pour very well, I have to admit, but you have a nice glass of almond milk. Now you can drink it, of course, just drink your almond milk. Or you can use it in recipes. And I'm going to show you how to use the almond milk for a delicious breakfast, a chia seed porridge.